go for the final time. We are green! Oh, they make contact! A terrible crash!
We're in it.
We get ready now. The first half of the regular season is over. It's time for non-points racing. Welcome everybody to Dragonette as we get ready for All-Star Race Weekend in the final season, Season 10 of the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series. Getting ready for the running of the 9th annual Snickers Shootout here today at a very interesting racetrack. This is a track that can double up as both a restrictor plate track and a speedway track. And I'm being joined here in the commentator's booth by none other than the owner of the strip club himself, Bob Jones.
Oh my god. Hi.
You've
From
got
my
a
strip club.
you got a strip club in the infield of Dragonette, I think, don't you?
Sanford works there.
Yeah, I know he does. Little known secret. People don't know, but now it's not a secret anymore. Anyway, we are getting ready here for what's, I think, going to be the smallest Snickers shootout field ever. 16 drivers. Everybody else that is in this season's Snickers Cup Series field, 26 in total, are already locked into this season's All-Star race. 2 drivers will race their way in via first and second, and then the third will be determined by the fan vote. But 16 drivers, how much hard racing are we going to see here early on in this 20-lap event?
I don't really think we'll see any hard racing for the first 10 laps. I think they're going to calm down and realize that they need to care about the end and not now. And for the final 10 laps, it'll just be chaos.
Yeah. One thing, too, I noticed is there's not a whole lot of teammates in this field. A couple of exceptions would be Bob Jones. He can work with Chris Dollarton. Charles Jackson can work with DJ Curtis, but not a lot of opportunity for teammates to work together because usually a lot of these drivers that do have teammates, they're already locked into the All-Star race. So it's going to be friends are where you find them, and so we're going to see a lot of maybe unexpected alliances take place here because, you know, in all honesty, if you finish second, you're still into the All-Star race. So we may end up seeing someone decide to maybe push someone to the win in order to still transfer in.
Yeah, I think that's something that we should look out for. The alliances that people make with other drivers and how their spotters handle it.
So as we're getting ready to go green here, Bob Jones starts on the pole position, Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati.
He's always said that the NSRA is Illuminati. Now he knows for sure it is. As
Last season was pretty sketchy, I might say.
Yeah. One thing that we do have to point out here, too, and I'm certain that Bob might not have remembered this, this is the track where the whole Levi McIntyre-Jacob Lawler thing took place.
Oh my god.
Now, I think that with the fact that there's only 16 drivers, if they do have to pit, the pit stalls are probably spaced out enough here that that won't happen, but it is still a potentiality, so...
Wait, is that where, like, Levi laughed so hard he cried?
I think it was. It was the one where the two cars morphed together. They both took the same pit stall, and it made like a long limousine-looking machine. Yeah. Anyway, so Bob Jones on the pole. Alongside of him, Stephen Pollard III, Levi McIntyre, and Austin Mongol make up row 2. Charles Jackson and Pichu London make up row 3. And then, of course, there are another 5 rows behind them. But we're getting ready to go here for 20 laps of racing. Caution flags will be on. I don't know if they're going to have to pit or not. That will possibly come into play as well. So without further ado, we're going to turn it down trackside. In fact, actually, the command's going to come here from the booth, but they'll hear it down trackside. Bob Jones is going to give us our illustrious command for this race. Bob?
Wait, am I supposed to say it? Because I already gave
Yes,
you an
go
audio
ahead.
clip.
No, that was for Charlotte. Now you got to do it again. So much fail.
Do not edit this out.
I will not edit this out, but just say the command.
Driver.
Oh,
Start your engine.
okay, Okay, anyway, the command has been given, such as it was.
The other
Alright.
one's way better. Promise.
Yeah, the other one is better, yes. Alright, so the field's gonna roll off. They'll follow the pace car around this racetrack. As you can see, not a whole lot of banking at this track, but saw these drivers in practice, and the odd thing was that this track, at least during the practice session, favored more the kind of speedway racing rather than super speedway racing in the form of draft. So that could be something that could come into play here. And of course, you got to know that all the drivers that are already locked into the All-Star race, they're going to be watching this, seeing how these drivers take to this racetrack.
Yeah, they're gonna be. I know that my team owner, Michael Norman, he's actually taking notes on how people do, because he needs to know how they will handle in the race.
Michael Norman, actually a former All-Star race winner. I think that was back at when the All-Star race took place at M&M Superspeedway, though, but still trying to become a two-time All-Star race winner. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe no driver has ever won the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race twice in their career, so we may end up seeing something like that happen. But now it's time for us to earn our pay, which we don't get. Who are you picking in this field to possibly be a contender for one of those two transfer spots here at the end of this race?
Well, I'm tempted to say the 27, but I'm going to say the 22 car of Pichu London, because Pichu has been fast this entire season.
Alright, I'm going to go with a guy who's been super consistent this season, but he has not yet had the benefit of a win, and that's Joshua Michaels, top 5 in the point standings, and Joshua Michaels actually has done pretty well at the restricted plate tracks we were at, did well at Talladega, did fairly well in the 500. I think he could be a contender for one of those slots here, as here we go, 20 laps of racing, green flag is out here at Dragonette.
Yeah, let's see how they take to turn 1, because that will basically say the entire race. If they take it 3 wide throughout the entire field, you can kind of tell that they're going to be aggressive through the entire race.
Well, they're already making it 3 wide mid-pack there. You see Charles Jackson. Whoa, 4 wide there as McLeod puts Silver Fox in the middle. Yeah, Silver Fox and Seth Cole bouncing off each other. And they are 4 wide, almost 5 wide down the back straightaway.
I'm glad I'm in the front right now.
Oh, there they go! Stephen Pollard the third up into the wall. I think that was James Silver Fox collected as well. Caution's going to be out for the first time today on lap 1. Can't say I'm surprised.
You could have kind of guessed it based on the fact that they were just bumping throughout the entire turns.
I mean, 4 wide coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, you're not going to win.
You're upping the ante a little too much. So the yellow flag is out. Levi McIntyre leads the way under the first caution, just getting by Bob Jones out of turn 4. McLeod's in 3rd. Michaels all the way up to 4th. That guy started the race in 17th. Or not 17th, 15th rather. He's up to 4th place now, and Charles Jackson's in 5th. There's Stephen Pollard the 3rd. Seth Cole apparently was involved. Stop snickering.
I'm sorry.
Austin Mongold collected as well, and there's James Silverfox, Pichu London, a little bit of right side damage.
This looks like a fairly small incident.
It does.
But compared to the 16
yeah,
car field, it's a very big incident.
Good point. There were like 5 cars out of 16. That's about a third of the field. But you're right. But the fact that that took place so close to the front, I think Stephen Pollard III was in around the 4th position when I saw his car snap loose. The fact that we had so few cars, I think, was actually a bit of a surprise because it was closer to the front of the field than you would normally expect. So Levi McIntyre is the leader under this, our first caution. Let's jump back, take a look at a replay of what just happened. So here's a look at what happened. 2 different wrecks, 2 different spots. That's a terrible camera angle. And there you see right there, James Silverfox gets up into Austin Mongold, collects Seth Cole, and then Charles Jackson turns Stephen Pollard III. So a 3 wide situation and a 5 wide situation, all basically going nowhere in a hurry.
Yeah, you can kind of tell why there wasn't really anyone else involved from Stephen Pollard is because he went right up the racetrack when he got clipped.
Right.
And if he went anywhere else, everyone would have been involved.
And I believe Pichu London, I think he was kind of caught up behind that 3-car incident with Mongold, Seth Cole, and Silverfox, and I think he just may have gotten the outside. Well, he may actually have just bounced off a car. And that might be where his right side damage comes from. So I don't think he really hit that hard. Matter of fact, I'm not really sure many of these drivers really hit hard, with maybe the possible exception of Mongold and Seth Cole, because Mongold actually was up on the left front for a moment of the 52. I think Silverfox might be okay. Pollard is questionable with the rear end damage he's got on that machine, but he might still be up to speed as well. Like we've said, sometimes damage at a restrictor plate track it doesn't really affect you, but if it kills your aero, then it is going to affect you. But
It's still damage, and I think that we won't really need to expect to see these guys up at the front. They might be mid-pack, but I don't think they'll be running up at the complete and total front.
right, so they'll basically just be hoping that maybe another wreck happens, they can make their way through or something. But
If they get caught up in that wreck, they're done.
yeah, that's definitely not what they're hoping for. But anyway, that's what put us under the caution. Let's head back now for the green flag. Getting ready to go back to green. It's Levi McIntyre, the leader. Bob Jones second. Then it's McLeod, Michaels, and Jackson. Chris Dollerton sixth. Johnny Gardner seventh. Eighth is Cody Lamas. DJ Curtis is ninth. And Cole Daly completes top 10. Green flag back out here on lap 6 of 20. We got 15 laps to go. We've had our first caution of the day. Now is when I think these drivers might settle down a little bit and say, hey, wait a minute. If we wreck, there goes our chances. We got to be a little bit smarter here.
Yeah, I'm really interested as to how they're going to take the next few laps, given that they don't wreck in it, because they started single file this time. So
Good point.
Going 3 wide isn't really... Oh!
Whoa, wow. Bob Jones getting a little loose there with the bump from Joshua Michaels.
I'm watching you, Michaels.
And Michael's now going to go to the inside for the lead. So in a matter of 6 laps, the guy who started next to last is now out in front. Here comes James McLeod now for second place. Remember, the battle for this is not necessarily for the win. It's more for second place because, if you win, it's pretty much guaranteed you're in this thing. And wow.
Well, I mean, bragging rights.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, did you see how Joshua Michaels, I don't know what happened to him, but Bob Jones, James McLeod, Johnny Gardner, they all got a real big run on him into one, and Michaels is dropping fast.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Michaels.
I don't know if he got loose going into the corner or what, but it's like he lost a cylinder or something. That car was much slower than everybody else behind him.
Yeah, he's still dropping back, which is pretty concerning.
Yeah, he's lost a spot to McLeod. He's about to lose a spot. I think that's to Lamas. As they're 3 wide for the lead, and that time Bob Jones had to back out for fear of getting into the wall.
Oh, I think they went 3 wide, because I just basically did what Michaels did.
That could possibly be the case,
So
yeah.
if you go 3 wide, you're gonna not have a good time.
Well, like I said, this track doesn't have a whole lot of banking, so I would assume that if you're on the high side of a 3 wide situation, at the high speeds they're going, you more than likely would slide up and probably hit the wall, so they were just trying to avoid that, both Michaels and now Bob Jones.
I think that might be something we see going into play here.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing either, because if you remember, this track does have some restrictor plate aspects to it, and we've seen so many times restrictor plate tracks, you can go from the back right up to the front in a matter of laps. And there you see Bob Jones.
Michaels.
Yeah, I mean, look at Bob Jones right there. He ended up losing spots. He's now in the 6th position on the inside, working his way back up to the front again. And look at P2 London. You saw he had that right side damage, and whoa, Cody Lamas moved him out of the way, but apparently that damage wasn't enough to have him way at the back. He's now in 2nd behind the new leader, Johnny Gardner.
It looked like P2 had the most minimal damage, because it looks like they had their right side fixed up on that car.
I'm pretty sure that car didn't make any contact with the wall. I think he bounced up into somebody, and that's what gave him the damage. And that was one of the cars that did come to pit road under that yellow flag. So I bet they got that car pretty well fixed up, and that we're seeing he's obviously up to full speed. Couple of stragglers back there at the tail end of this field. No surprises. No surprises. The drivers that were involved in that incident. There you see Seth Cole, Stephen Pollard, James Siller, Fox, and Austin Mongold. I don't think anybody retired from the race. No, everybody that was... Oh, there we go! There's some retirees! Someone in the wall that was Levi McIntyre! DJ Curtis! Oh, and more cars fly in! And that's me.
Levi.
That's me.
And yourself.
And I just killed pit crew members. I killed Gardner's pit crew!
It's Charlotte all over again.
Oh my goodness. DJ Curtis involved. Pichu London as well as Levi McIntyre. I killed the pit crew.
Retirees. Definitely.
In what way do you mean retirees?
Well, people retire from that pit crew. Your own.
Doggone it! I knew you were going to say that too. I knew that was what you were talking about. Ah.
I'm sorry, Seth.
I love how my car is sponsored by The Last of Us as well. Well, that's the last of the pit crew.
One pit crew member, the last of us
One pit
on
crew.
this-
Well, I
on this,
certainly
like,
hope the leader
uniform
Johnny
class.
Gardner doesn't have to make a pit stop here because this is going to be a problem. Oh dear.
Seth Cole's the one remaining pit crew member has left. Fire Stewart, he just sits there crying.
Oh, well, the good news is Gardner doesn't have to make a pit stop. But we do have an ambulance down there to try and help the Johnny Gardner pit crew. Oh dear.
No, it's your pit crew, Seth.
No, it wasn't my pit crew. That was Johnny Gardner's pit crew that I flipped into.
Alright.
Oh boy. Never fails to have something happen here at Dragonette. Anyway, Johnny Gardner.
It seems like whenever I'm here, people die.
Yeah,
Like, whenever I'm in the booth, people die.
people
To
die.
Charlotte.
it's
now
a Bob
it is.
Jones thing. Oh
They're
boy.
Nutty, don't trust anyone.
Well, we will get back to green flag racing, I'm pretty sure. We got about 8 to go when they hit the line. Johnny Gardner is the leader. Last man remaining on his entire team. James McLeod is in second. Cody Lamas third. Joshua Michaels now fourth and Cole Dowley fifth. Let's take a look and see what happened and cringe as we do. So here's what happened. Levi McIntyre gets a really big run here on the back of DJ Curtis, who's already side by side with Pichu Lutton. This was a battle for the third position, and looks like Levi wanted to make a hole there. And, oh, he just kind of shoved DJ Curtis up into the wall. Pichu London collected as well.
That seemed like a racing incident, but just getting that close to somebody's bumper is very deadly.
Yeah.
And then here comes Seth Cole. Came
Yeah.
in like a wrecking ball.
Shut up! I did not!
Yes, you did.
Okay, maybe I did. Oh my goodness. And,
And-
everybody.
Oh,
I love how everybody else avoided. Everybody else back there avoided the wreck, but nope, the 52 had to plow. Levi McIntyre actually Tony Hawking the pit wall there, and then here's where stuff's going to get a little graphic. Car spins down there, and hello, Johnny Gardner's pit crew. Right up and into the pit box. He has no more crew chief.
R.I.P.
Oh, boy. Might have collected a little of Cole Dowley's pit crew, too. I don't know.
No, they saw it coming.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, I'm never going to live this one down as far as Bob Jones is concerned. But anyway, we are
You
under...
killed people.
I didn't kill people. We're under caution for the second time today. I'm going to get sued.
Manslaughter.
Well, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing, but people have retired from this race. Seth Cole, DJ Curtis, Levi McIntyre, Pichu London, and about 8 of the 9 pit crew members of the Johnny Gardner team. Yes, okay.
R.I.P.
We are getting ready to go back to green with 6 laps remaining here at Dragonette. Johnny Gardner and James McLeod would be the 2 that would transfer, and the green flag is apparently out with the yellow flag in the flagman's hands. Okay.
That is not weird at all.
Not weird at all. Yellow means go, don't you know that? Anyway.
When not wanting to run red.
Anyway. Oh, we just got word. James Qualls. Okay, never mind. I was just
No
about
word.
to I was just
No
about
word.
to make a very
No
important
word. Thank you.
announcement. And Charles Jackson, Cody Lamas have just spun on the back straightaway. Caution's out
Yeah.
again.
That's why it was so confusing. The flagman can see in the future.
Oh. I get it. He knew it was going to be a caution the next time around. Wow, that sneaky guy. Anyway, we have best commentary ever. Anyway, Jason
Yep.
McLeod is the leader now with Johnny Gardner in second. We're under the caution again. The question is, though, if we are going to get back to green or not. Because if we don't, McLeod and Gardner would be the 2 to transfer. However, it usually only takes them about 3 pacing laps, so we may end up getting just a 1-lap shootout to finish this thing out. So it could get crazy here at the end, but
Yeah.
Charles Jackson, Cody Lamas, they ended up getting together. We'll take a look and see what happened. Don't think they hit anything, though. I think they just
What was
spun.
the announcement?
Oh, the announcement was that James Qualls, several members of his pit crew, are actually down there in the 10 pit box in case they're needed now, because all those other ones that were injured, nobody died, injured, they've been taken to a local medical facility. They're going to fill in for him since the 10 and the 70 have an alliance. So.
And there is no word on the status of the pit crew, but it might not.
There is! I just said they went to a local infield center and they are not dead, they're injured.
No,
Yes!
it'd be dead.
They're injured!
Wait, what?
You're
why
dead!
disclose this information.
They're injured, you're dead!
R.I.P. Bob Jones. How am I gonna drive the car?
Rest in peace, Bob Jones, driver, owner, and commentator.
Part owner.
Part owner. Okay, anyway, back to a replay. Well, here's what happened. And Joshua Michaels going to get into Cody Lamas, sends him down across the nose of Charles Jackson. And, oh, yep, they did get the wall. I thought maybe they spun and didn't hit the wall, but Jackson
Mike needs to stop hitting people.
Yeah, that's the second time that he's tried bump drafting somebody and it hasn't worked. He tried it with Bob Jones earlier, and now he tries it with Cody Lamas. So apparently Joshua Michaels is not a good pusher, at least not at Dragonette.
Nope.
But Cody and Charles, they did hit the wall, but they were both able to continue. So they'll at least still be in the potential running for this, but the question is whether we're going to get back to green or not. So let's head back now and see if indeed we will finish this race under green. I can tell you, James McLeod and Johnny Gardner are hoping that we don't. Well, it's all on the line here. Two drivers will transfer their way into the All-Star race by finishing first and second. It's a one-lap dash to decide it all. Green flag, white flag will be displayed at the same time. Any wreck that happens doesn't matter. They'll race it back to the stripe. It's James McLeod out in front, Johnny Gardner second. They're going to try and hold off Joshua Michaels, Cole Daly, Chris Dollarton, Ryan Acosta, Bob Jones, and then there's the damaged machines of Pollard, Silver Fox, and Mongold, 8th, 9th, and 10th. So basically the top 7 are in the hunt for this thing. Here comes Joshua Michaels down to the bottom on James McLeod. We know he's not a good pusher, but I guess he's a good passer.
I'm just watching that Shell 27 car.
He's looking for the yellow shell. Shell is love, shell is life. Joshua Michaels out in front. Cole Daly moves into second. Michaels out with a pretty big lead. The battle may be for this transfer spot. Here comes Bob Jones with a run to the inside on Chris Dollarton. Can he get to the inside of Cole Daly coming out of the final corner? Coming to the line. Cole Daly transfers. Oh, and he nearly wrecked Bob Jones.
So close.
Joshua Michaels transfers into the All-Star race with the win. Cole Daly, by about 4/100ths of a second, gets the second spot over Bob Jones. 5/100ths over Chris Dollarton. That was a close finish for that second spot.
I cry.
You cry out every time?
Everton.
Every Tim.
Everton. No why.
Everton. Everton. Okay, I gotcha. Well, Bob.
Yes.
There's good news. You're commentating. You have a chance to verbally make a case for yourself, to get people to vote you in.
Vote for me, please. Everyone else is Illuminati.
So Joshua Michaels for RG BMW Racing, Cole Daly for Hendrick Daly Motorsports will join a couple of their teammates in this season's...
That's Cole, he killed people.
in this All-Star race. Shut up! In this All-Star race, the other drivers are going to be up to you on whether they're going to be making the All-Star race or not. You're going to have to vote them in via the fan vote. And the drivers that you can vote for, of course, there's going to be a straw poll that'll be down in the description. You go there and you can vote. The drivers you can vote for are Bob Jones, Chris Dollarton, James McLeod, Ryan Acosta, Johnny Gardner, Stephen Pollard III, Austin Mongold, James Silver Fox, Charles Jackson, Cody Lamas, DJ Curtis, Levi McIntyre, and Pichu London. I can't say myself because Bob apparently has excluded me from voting privileges.
You've killed people.
I didn't kill people. We have an official report that they are at the Infield Care Center. They are alive. They are responding. They are okay. They're just injured.
How can you race in the All-Star race if you're in jail?
I'm not going to jail. I'm gonna sue you for libel.
Oh yeah, you take it like law or something.
Yes. You're going up against a lawyer. You're in big trouble.
I think you should sue me for slander, but
that's the same thing.
Oh.
Got it!
I'm dumb.
I gave you the law term. Libel is the same thing as slander. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this race. If you're wondering why our commentary was so weird, we both just woke up, so you know, deal with it.
Yep.
So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's race, I know Bob didn't.
No, I enjoyed you killing people.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. We'll show you now your full finisher results, even though you already saw them. I am not Illuminati. We'll show you full finisher results now. Top 2, Joshua Michaels, Cole Daly, have transferred their way into the All-Star race. The third transfer is up to you. Get down to that straw poll, vote link in the description. I don't know how to...
Wait, Seth. Can you agree that this is like the best race of the season?
This is one of the best races of the season for sure, yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
I got the best race of the final season.
Hey,
I win.
Hey,
I win.
Hey, hey! I got Poteet in the booth with me for the All-Star race, and we may end up
Oh.
having another Lawler McIntyre thing happen. So,
Oh God.
yeah. Hey, there's gonna be at least 28 cars in the field. Well, no, 29. So, you know, there's definitely gonna be a chance for that to possibly happen again.
Then you
Anyway,
get my awkward command.
yes, your awkward command, best command ever, 2015. Thanks to everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys next time for the All-Star race when Dylan Poteet joins me for the final time ever in the 9th, or make the 10th, wait, is it the 10th? Yeah, the 10th annual.
10th, because
Did we have it? I'm trying to remember if I had an All-Star race in Season 1. I think it is the 10th annual Snickers Cup Series All-Star race, and the final Snickers Cup Series All-Star race. So once again, I want to thank Bob Joynes for joining me. Guys, be
Joynes.
sure and subscribe to his channel, where you're going to get a lot of exciting content once every year, and...
it's actually really true.
I know! That's why I said it. So, be sure to just subscribe to his channel, just to say that you subscribe to Bob's channel, then you can unsubscribe afterwards. And,
Don't subscribe to my channel.
yeah, it'll change your life forever.
R.I.P. Cat.
Yep. I miss Kit Kat. Come serious. But thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I'm on my way to jail, and you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best. Bye! I was attacked by the mafia and a serial killer, and I was haunted by the jester. I died. Oh my God! What? Whoa! Whoa!
Stop it, a whammy, a big whammy. An arsonist. The arsonist won.
Oh, you can lick the tears. This is good. You didn't know you. Where you going? Can I do now?